Растягиваемся.
Go separate. I'm already starting to move. Started moving.
On the morning of September 6, 2022, Ukrainian troops go on the offensive in the Kharkiv region. The starting point of the breakthrough is the small village of Verbivka, near Balakliia. Servicemen of the Kraken Special Forces enter there, occupy a convenient line, and provide a vulnerable position for Russian troops near the breakthrough.
Висунулись якомога ближче.
Move as close as possible to the crossroads to Balakliia itself, disguise ourselves and wait for the enemy column. After their column began to move, it was destroyed. They weren't lucky. They did not expect this. They thought that we had not yet managed to take a position and gain a foothold on the streets, but it was their total mistake.
The next day, a part of the armed forces of Ukraine continued its swift attack, striking towards Volokhiv Yar, and the other part laid siege to the city, entering the outskirts of Balakliia from the east, and reached the city center by evening. A year after the offensive, the commander of the attack aircraft comes to the place where the aimed fire was fired at the Russian invaders from mortars.
З цієї позиції ми працювали по перекрестю, яке веде у
From these positions, we worked along the crossroads that leads to the city of Balakliia. Grenade crews were located here, and when someone advanced from Balakliia, from our enemy, we worked. Mortar.
On September 8th, Balakliia was finally taken under the control of the Ukrainian defenders, and its cleansing from the Russian military was almost completed. Soldiers of the Special Forces Kraken returned to the building of the city administration, a blue-yellow flag.
Take up all-round defense. Take sectors. Raising the Ukrainian flag, a special unit of the main intelligence department Kraken.
One of the officers of the Kraken, Konstantin Nemichel, recalls that as soon as the Ukrainian flag was hung out in the center of Balakliia on September 8th, local residents began to greet them. Considering that the townspeople spent 192 days in the occupation without access to information about Ukraine, it was very brave, the military man believes.
Люди все ж таки виходили з українськими прапорами.
People came out with Ukrainian flags, and when we first went into this building, we found a lot of such things as preparations for the elections, some kind of ballots, some campaign leaflets. There were a lot of boards hanging here, Russia is here forever, and everything else, but as we see, it was temporary. There were temporarily occupied territories, and we freed them, and now we see how people live here, work, and everything is very good.
Молодці! Молодці! Well done! We have been praying for 6 months for you to come to us. We have pancakes left. Will you take it?
Pancakes in Balakliia style in honor of the liberation of the Kharkiv region and her native city were prepared by Natalia Krivulia. A video where she offers baked goods to Ukrainian defenders broke all viewing records a year ago.
Ой, зараз. Опа. Я вам. О! Right now, here, these are my pancakes. Then, however, it was not me who kneaded the dough, but I fried it. Then we had no electricity, no gas. We all fried them together on the fire in the yard.
Woman says that when the city was occupied, she decided not to evacuate, leaving her 2 daughters and 3 grandchildren with her. They lived in the basement, took turns going outside for a while to cook food. For 6 months of living next to the enemy, she saw a lot, but the pensioner's memory is how Ukrainian soldiers looked and how they behaved when they met with local residents.
Їх багато було. There were a lot of them, and they were all so fit, and it's completely, well, the difference is huge between the Russian soldiers and ours, as we have seen them. There is a big difference. Such handsome men, all young, so beautiful. Well, I won't tell you, it seemed to me that it was all such handsome men who were selected.
After Balakliia, during the counteroffensive of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kharkiv region, Izum, Vovchansk, Dvorichna, Shevchenkove, Великий Бурлук, Kupiansk and about 300 other settlements were liberated. By September 11, 2022, the Ukrainian army reached the border with Russia. According to the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration, as of September 2023, about 5% of the territory of the Kharkiv region remains occupied, and until September 2022, 25% of the region was temporarily occupied. Reported by Roman Smoler, Natalia Belokudria, UATV News.